Into the fall edition of Bobcat Live. Great to have you tuned in tonight. I'm Brandon Lewis. We are live from Wayward Social in Marshalltown. Dylan Doe's alongside me. What's up?
Not much, man. We're starting year number 4 together, so it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, we are. As, of course, a great lineup for you tonight here on Bobcat Live. A lot of good stuff coming up here tonight. We'll talk about volleyball, football, cross country for the girls' side of things. As do want to pay special attention to Jesse DeMeyer, as well as our producer tonight's Zach Tomish and Dylan Dose. What's up? You keep saying yep.
I agree with you.
Are you excited tonight? Or
I am.
You seem like you got nerves. You usually
no, I
ain't
got no nerves. I spent all day at the fair.
Oh, okay.
And what I come up
and you were saying yep all day because you didn't really care what people were saying.
I found out I'm 41. I try to like the fair. I prefer this.
Everyone tries to like the fair. They just go for the food, mostly.
I went for the food. It was fun. It was good. It was breezy, not too bad. How about you?
Yeah.
You got a lot going on.
I've been down there at the fair quite a few times. Meanwhile, in the off-season, we won an award for Bobcat Live. 3rd place.
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to detail 3rd place.
No, 3rd place, let's just say there were some stories that you and I will never compete with. They were quite heartwarming, and we've never been described as heartwarming.
So that's why I wanted to pay a special homage to our crew here tonight, because without them we wouldn't be able to do Bobcat Live. So thanks so much. We went to the IBNA and got an award, and we also 1st place as well for TV, small markets. So
that's right. It was a good haul, and that's all because it was a good year last year, and
now it's back to the grind.
It is. Try to repeat.
Zach, I think your chicken sandwich is here. Just in time for the show to start. Which brings me to my next point. We used to have a segment that we called What's Krista Eating?
It's my favorite segment, and it's not Krista's favorite segment.
And so my wife is here tonight with my stepkids as well. But also we've changed it. It's a new segment this year. What's Krista and the baby eating? Dylan's the only one clapping.
Hey, I'm very excited. Yes. Very excited.
Because you'll be calling a lot of basketball games for me when it gets to be February.
So what I've found at my age is I absolutely love when people have babies. Big, exciting thing. And it just makes me more and more excited that we're not having a baby. So we have our kids. Youngest is about to be 13, and they're close to out, but I'm really excited for you. Yeah, and I told Brandon this. Krista, Dylan works for both a girl or a boy, so just so you know.
All right. We'll find out in a little bit what we're having.
Sounds good.
All right. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to talk volleyball. Kaylee Peschong, as she's going to be with us, as well as Amaya Moore, senior middle blocker, is with us. This is Bobcat Live from Wayward Social in Marshalltown.
Sign up now for the Bowling League at Wayward Social in Marshalltown. So enjoy that like you did so many times in the past. Also enjoy their outdoor patio, Gutter Point Patio and Bar for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. Daily lunch specials each Tuesday through Friday. Happy hours from 3 to 6 p.m. Also Tuesday through Friday. It's a great place to meet your friends after work. Whether it's bowling, dining, the arcade, or your favorite beverage, Wayward Social is the place for you on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Named Marshalltown's best pizza, Zeno's is the place to get delicious homemade pizza from scratch that the whole family will love. For some, it's a family tradition, and Zeno's Pizza is all about old-school family-owned pizza making. Zeno's respects tradition so much that they have had the same thin crust pizza recipe for over 70 years. There are a couple of ways to get your Zeno's Pizza. You can dine in, order online for pickup, or call 641-752-1245. Zeno's Pizza, 109 East Main Street, downtown Marshalltown.
It's Adventure On for Marshalltown Scouting. Adventures like backpacking, ziplining, rock climbing, canoeing, swimming, and more. Survival skills for a Scout's greatest adventure, life. Scouts give back to the community. Marshalltown Scouts have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community in our 70-plus year history. Scout leaders are highly trained and screened. Parents are a huge part of Scouting, too. Scouting provides unique opportunities available nowhere else. To learn more about Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure On.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live here at Wayward Social in Marshalltown. I'm Brandon Lou, still in Dose, as well as Kaylee Peschong now joining us, as well as middle blocker and senior Amaya Moore. I had a chance to get out, shoot some video last night at your practice, and it was kind of fun. Obviously, the girls getting ready. They got to get their uniforms on. I mean, it kind of feels like it, right? Tuesday's right around the corner, your first matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that was a lot of fun. It felt like a college media day. It was just it was a lot of fun.
That's good. Coming into the season, I know, when we talked to you last year, just continuing to kind of establish those fundamentals as those girls continue to come up through the pipeline and working and developing. How would you feel heading into this year? Does it feel any different than it has in the past? Do you feel like maybe you're a step ahead than you've been in the past?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like fundamentally we are really sound. I feel like we're in a really good space to start building on those and start working more in depth on, being really intricate with our offense and things like that at all levels in our program, which is really exciting. We have not been able to do that, especially this early in the season. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited. We had a lot of participation this summer with our open gyms, especially with the incoming freshmen. We had about 30 just freshmen come in this summer and train with us. So it really puts us at a good starting point now at the beginning of the season. So I'm excited about that.
Kaylee, and you talk about over these years building, mm-hmm. and then we look at Amaya, a senior next to your name. That seems crazy because in blink of an eye, you went from that freshman, sophomore all the way up. Kaylee, what does Amaya and that senior class bring to your team this year?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the first class I will officially coach all 4 years. And Amaya, she was on varsity her freshman year, so I've coached her now for 4 years, and I think that they've done such a great job leadership-wise. I was just saying, Amaya has just grown so much, especially in this last year as a leader, not just with the varsity team, but just within our program. We train a lot by positions and stuff like that. She does such a good job when she's training with the middles, getting everyone involved, and just really, really honing in on her leadership. And I think that all 4 of our seniors have done such an amazing job with that. It's exciting.
Amaya, as you look at that, and we've seen you play high intensity, high level of energy, would you say your leadership when you have that group together, are you more showing, are you talking, are you coaching them up through your words, or is it more by action?
I think it's more by positivity. Our team, we tend to get low when we play, and I think a good leader needs to be positive all the time. So that's what I try to do.
You're always smiling. I see you all the time. You're smiling, you're happy, you're willing to be there. I mean, that's what we've noticed the basketball season. Like, you're always out there tough, competing, always, I guess just giving it everything you have out there. I mean, where does that kind of come from for you as far as, we've seen you be aggressive, fighting for the rebounds, that kind of thing?
The positivity always comes from, when I was a freshman, I felt like the seniors, to me, weren't as sweet, not as caring to our whole team. So I try to be very different. I try to be inclusive.
Yeah. Dylan, the one thing I did notice is that I like it when we sit doing this show. I noticed you get a couple of volleyball women up here. We are definitely shorter. It's noticeable.
Zach talked about a little 6-inch block for the camera. I'm actually getting a milk crate for me.
Yeah, we need to be on our tippy toes when the ladies are up here. So last year I know you relied on Saypaw. She was in that libero role. You're going to have to replace that. What are you looking at in that position?
Yeah, absolutely. So we lost Saypaw, and then actually Sarah Huffman, who would have been in the senior class as well, she had a medical event, and so she's not going to be playing this year either. And she was kind of who we were looking at for libero, and so we've trained that a lot in the off season, and I statted a lot of practice. I continue to stat practices. And it looks like at this point it's going to be McKenna. She's done a really good job for us. So she'll be our libero at this point.
Heading into your senior season, what's a goal? What's the goals for you this year?
Our biggest goal is to beat Ames. I feel like last year when we left that game, our end of the season game, it was such a good game, and I feel like that should be our number one goal, besides going to state.
And it's your number one opponent because it's your first match of the season. It's on Tuesday night. You'll watch that one right here on KFJB-TV. Looking forward to it. You're going to have Ames at home. What's a little bit of a scouting report on the Ames Little Cyclones this year heading into this one?
Yeah, there's none of us have played yet, so we don't have a big look at what they've done, this year. They have quite a few returners. I know that they have a huge class, huge classes in the lower level, so I don't know if they've brought anybody up, but they have quite a bit returning. So I also know a lot of our girls play with and against them in the off season and stuff like that. So we do kind of know some of their players, but really we're not quite sure. Especially this first game of the season, we don't have film and things like that. So we just focus on our side of the court and our mindset going into that game.
And that's what makes it interesting because, at the collegiate level, you're able to kind of, especially if it's an incoming freshman, you've got tape, you can look at high school. And then obviously once you get up towards the older years, you're able to have those videos of previous seasons. So how do you kind of scout, or is there not really any aspect like that in the high school level?
Yeah, we scout. When it comes to getting into season, you have shared film, so we can share that and stuff. But like we said, we don't have any film on them quite yet. This will be the first game. So we have no film on them or anything like that. But once we do start having film on other teams, we do put together a scouting report. A lot of us coaches look at that more in depth. We give key points to our team. I really want our team focused more on our side of the net. If there is something really strong tendencies that they're doing that they need to be involved in, we'll bring them in on that. But a lot of times it's more of us coaches and our schemes and how we line our players up.
Yeah, and Kayla, you're looking at, you talked about how it felt like a college media shoot last night. You had a little bit of a taste of, hey, you can watch the game, have the game on. This year, I think there's a slate of 7 games on KFJB-TV. What does that mean to you and your student athletes?
Oh, it's just huge. I think it's such an awesome thing that you guys do for us, and especially for women's sports. It's just really, really cool. I really, really appreciate it. I know my husband and I, we watch a lot of the away football games on KFJB-TV, and so I just think it's a great thing. A lot of our girls have family not necessarily here in Marshalltown, or they can't get to away games and things like that. And so offering that option to be able to tune in is so big.
And it seems like you, Maya, being a senior, that the level of athlete and what's coming through from the women's side of Bobcat athletics is only going up with the classes coming through. So it's been a joy to watch you grow, Maya, getting ready for that senior year. Kaylee, definitely appreciate as you keep investing, because I think we've got a lot of good W's in front of us watching Bobcat women athletics across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited.
Tuesday night, it's Ames in town. We'll have that one for you here on KFJB-TV. Then we'll have Des Moines Hoover. That one's on the road. And then we'll also have Mason City, Fort Dodge on the road. Des Moines North, that's senior night. We'll have that one, as that is at home. And then 2 more road games, Waterloo East and Des Moines Roosevelt. So, yeah, an action-packed season. And it's interesting because volleyball is very similar to softball in the fact that, you have your conference matchups, but then weekends you've got tournaments and things of that nature. So it's really one of those things on the volleyball side where you're kind of always going, and then you're always probably having to scout and kind of think about your approach, going into those tournaments where you don't always know everybody you're going to play, right?
Yeah, that's true. You don't necessarily know if you get into a bracket situation. You can't always plan for those, and sometimes you play on Saturday, you have Monday's practice, you play on Tuesday, so you train for your tournament on Saturday, and then you have one practice to turn it around and get ready to play on Tuesday. So it's not as big of a training opportunity between games for volleyball, so we have to be able to make adjustments quick, and so yeah.
The benefit over softball is you're not playing in 95-degree weather, right?
Oh yeah, I coach an indoor sport for a reason.
Hey, Kaylee Peschong, Amaya Moore, best of luck this season.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Bobcat Live from Wayward Social on KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. This city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Pushed out of the pocket. Barker is chasing and couldn't get to him. Wade throws late over the middle of the field. Is it picked? Do the Bobcats have it? Yeah, they do!
The votes have been tallied and the people have spoken. Central Iowa's home comfort specialist, Honest Heating and Cooling, is honored to have been voted best of the best in HVAC by you and the Times Republican. As a thanks, Honest is offering a 10% off sale, 10% off diagnostics, 10 off tune-ups, 10 off ductwork renovation, 10% off full system upgrades. Offer valid through September. So thanks for voting for Honest Heating and Cooling, where you'll find Amana, America's brand for comfort. Honest.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around Central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live. Can we get a crowd shot here? We have a nice crowd working out here, and plus our very own Keith Stewart. Wave to the camera, Keith. He'll be working the camera on Tuesday night. Ames and Marshalltown in volleyball action. Looking forward to that. As now welcome in Adam Goodvin, head football coach. All right, camp started on the 1st of August, and things have been rolling pretty quickly here. How's everything been going for you?
No, not too bad. I think we're, if you count camp, we're about 15 practices in, and I just can't believe how fast it's gone by, and we're playing a game next week. It's insane. It just continues to get faster every year, and I don't think you're gonna ever, or we will ever feel like we're completely ready for that week 1 game, but we don't have any other choice. So.
As you look at your schedule coming up, week number 1 at Ames, it's a new year, or excuse me, not at Ames, at Mason City. Ames is later in the season, and then you've got another road game in week number 2 at Cedar Rapids Jefferson. That'll be a Thursday night game, and of course you'll see all those games on KFJB-TV. But new district this year, I guess, quote unquote, it doesn't really matter as far as the RPI and all that kind of stuff at the end of the season. But your schedule, are you happy with it coming into this year? I know you guys are able to put a little bit of input in.
Yeah, I am. We've got a couple new teams that Davenport North being one of them that we really don't know much about, and they reached out to us and asked if we were interested, and heck, we've gone out west to Sioux City a couple times, and we thought why not? So that'll be a fun matchup, we think, and we got to tumble back on the schedule, and and we're also able to keep some of those rivalries like Ames and Newton too. So we're pleased with our schedule.
And you talk about some new teams on your schedule, but maybe the newest team is the one in the red and blue. Going out and watching the Bobcats at practice, there's a lot of new faces there. But as you're looking to coach, one of the big things is Xavier under center brings a little bit different skill set. So when you're looking at and you're calling the plays, that's really your bread and butter. What is your offensive mindset as you're going into this season with a very different Bobcat offense?
Yeah, our approach initially, we've seen him play at that position the last 2 years at the lower level, and one thing I can say about him is he's a competitor.
Yep.
Aside from being able to keep your head and composure, I'd say being an elite competitor is probably that next quality that you look for in the quarterback position. But we've had quarterbacks come through that have very similar skill sets. And where they're at mentally with the game and all that. So we're comfortable with that. We know what he can do well, and we're going to use that to our advantage. We're going to put the guys around him and put him in positions to be successful.
Well, there's a rule of thumb. Many of my friends growing up were wrestlers, and then in college had some roommates, and whenever you were messing around, there was just a rule you had in the back of your head: never mess with a wrestler. So I'm thinking the same with Xavier is like you're gonna have somebody tough underneath center.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I was always told myself too.
Yep.
I don't know if it's true or not. But yeah, he's gonna be playing a lot. Both sides of the football. He's a tough kid, and we know.
How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sauteed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
Like to work with your hands? Enjoy the satisfaction of building something that lasts and knowing you played a part in it. If so, Marshalltown Community College's construction program might be just right for you. This hands-on program is great training for a real-world job. Call or stop in to Marshalltown Community College to learn more. Fall term classes start August 28th.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live from Wayward Social in Marshalltown. Thanks so much for coming out live here to the program. As I'd like to thank Wayward Social for having us. We're on Gutter Point Patio out here. It's a nice night, right, guys?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take it.
How's practice today?
Good. It was a little windy.
A little windy?
Yeah.
A little windy. All right. Trayshawn Brooks, Xavier Anderson with us here on Bobcat Live from Wayward Social in Marshalltown. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube, youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. Trayshawn, Xavier, are you both subscribed?
Yes, I
am.
Yeah, I watched the game.
Trayshawn is telling the truth. Xavier is lying. I can tell. All right, so senior year for you, Trayshawn. It seemed like over the past couple of years, just time flies, but obviously getting to this point, your senior year, how you feeling kind of coming in? I know you've got a little bit of collegiate interest out there as well at the next level. So what are some goals and that kind of thing you're really trying to work on your senior year?
Just like working at things that I'm not usually used to. So like learning a new position or something like that. I just want to get in sync with everything and everyone. Like Xavier, he's our new QB, so I like the chemistry. I'd like to work on that.
Mm-hmm. And Trey, it's interesting. You played a lot outside hash mark again. So you're just what you have to read is much different. How do you feel like your learning curve is with Coach kind of moving you around the field?
I'm really open to it, and everyone is on the team. We like a change. It's a good change, but it could be hard at sometimes. I can get frustrated, but teammates are there for me, so we just push through it.
On the flip side of the ball, playing that defensive backfield, Coach Furch has said it, Coach Goodvin has said it, that's the strongest room on the defensive side. How, on the other side, not being hit but getting hit, what do you say is the key to success in the back four?
Oh, our chemistry together is just great. Like, we've played together in multiple sports. We have a good friendship off the field, and we're just consistently talking with each other. So while we're talking, we're helping each other. What could we do better in the next play?
The wide receiver room, who else is going to be there to count on this year for the Bobcats?
Corey Smith. He's really good. His younger brother, actually, Kyle, he's going to be a sophomore. He's really good, too. He needs to gain some weight.
He is a little slim. We noticed that on the basketball court.
If he weighed what his swag was, he'd be about the perfect weight.
Yeah. But we also have a new transfer from South Hardin. His name's Aiden. A really good slot receiver, so we have a lot of things coming up.
So looking forward to it. You talked about new quarterback this year, Xavier Anderson. We saw you in a little bit of action last year come in. I know you really want to pound the rock, right? I mean, is that your style of quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like running it too, yeah. Just
punishing people, right?
Yeah.
Does that come from that state wrestling,
for sure, yeah. Just the wrestling mindset going crazy.
Oh, you should have saw his block today for me at practice. Oh, my.
But it's just like hitting people.
Best blocking quarterback in the state?
Yeah.
I don't know how often Coach Goodvin wants to go with the number one quarterback being the lead blocker on a lot of these plays. It's probably not the best.
Heading into this season, as you guys get that offense kind of installed, how are you feeling comfortability-wise as you're about a week out here for the first game?
I feel good. I trust my team. We've been going hard at it for the past couple weeks. I feel like we've been good, passing, running, everything.
One thing I noticed about you, it seems like you got a lot of Bobcat pride. I saw you out at baseball games. You were helping cook the pork burgers, all that kind of stuff, raising funds for the wrestling program. So how important is it to you being a Bobcat?
Oh, I love it. I mean, show up to almost every sporting event. It's just fun to represent.
So you have a lot on your shoulders. Yes, you're learning that number one QB position, and then you flip on to the other side of the field. Linebackers since we've been covering, Sergio Zaragoza, Carson Williams, Gannon Williams. Then you go to Nick Lucas, Seth Smith, and now it's
Nick Rebick.
Yeah. And then you have you, and trying to bring that up. So you're leading on the offensive side. Now you're kind of the mainstay on historically the most important unit on the defense. Yeah. How do you handle that pressure coming on both sides?
Just got to go out there, have the right mindset, keep flying around the field.
So when you're thinking right mindset, for those watching, what are the two attributes that you'd say this is what it means to have the right mindset?
Just do your can't think of the word. Just do your assignment and then, fly around, watch what's going on around you.
Yeah, I know Nick really made a lot of plays with that mentality, and I think that will serve you well as well.
Duncan Furch played at UNI. I know he was a defender when he was up there. How much have you kind of learned from him and his game and installing that defensive side?
Really everything. He's taught me really everything I know about linebacker. It was a new position when I was coming into high school, so he taught me everything I know.
Yeah. As far as I've seen other coaches bring. Do you guys ever have anybody brought in, like from the outside in, kind of bring in maybe a coach or not just from a motivational standpoint, but also from like a coaching aspect? Is there any other coaches or college coaches that ever come in and work with you guys?
No, I mean, not in my time here. I haven't had a college coach come help.
Yeah. Trayshawn, as you look to the senior season, last year we saw you kind of in the wide receiver role. Dylan alluded to some of the different things that you might be doing this year, but I don't remember seeing you a whole lot at returner. Are you going to be returning this year at all? Or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm on punt and kick return.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I would think with your speed. What's your speed? Do you know it?
No, I
like
don't.
a 40 time or anything like that?
Fast.
Yeah.
It's fast. Fastest guy on the team.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was more of a question, but I think we answered it right there.
He was much more confident on that than his time. Oh, yes.
Second fastest on the team.
The second fastest? Not me. But second fastest?
Is Tate pushing up there?
Yeah, we have a lot of fast guys.
He's got good speed.
Yeah, Tate, Corey Smith. Yeah, he's really fast. We have a lot of people.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so the schedule's out. What do you think of it? Going to be on the road first couple of weeks. That'd be a good test. Mason City's always a long haul.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm ready for the little long trips. Ready to play though.
At least you don't have to go to Fort Dodge.
Yeah.
How'd it feel hopping on the field just for the first time yesterday?
Oh yeah, we were loving it. We were taking
doing
pictures, flips, everything. We were just having fun. So.
I was gonna say, maybe I can show everybody here real quick. It's gonna take forever as soon as you think.
So you're ready. So you may not be ready for that Mason City travel, but you guys, week 3, Davenport North, you can kind of see yourself going out on that field.
Here we go. We're going in here. Oh, it stopped. There we go.
This is why we got third place. We've got a phone with a video on a camera so you can watch it. This is prime time.
So anyway, 4 at a time right there with the flip. It was very well coordinated. Guys, best of luck this season. Appreciate the time tonight.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Xavier
guys.
Anderson, Trayshawn Brooks with us. When we come back, we're going to talk girls cross country. Stacy O'Hare and a couple of runners with us. This is Bobcat Live, streaming at youtube.com/@KFJB-TV.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
There's nothing like enjoying a bicycle ride on Lynn Creek Trail. The ride gets even better when you take a break at Wandering Creek Golf Club. No, not to golf, but to enjoy your favorite cold beverage. Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown is known for its premier golf course and its 2 full-swing simulators. But did you know it's right off the bike trail next to Grimes Farm? It's the perfect place to stop to relax under the pergola and enjoy a drink with friends. Travel the trails of Marshall County, but make Wandering Creek your destination.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live right here on KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis. Great to have you tuned in tonight. Stacy O'Hare is here with us here tonight, girls cross country coach. All right, so as you get going, it's just logging the miles, right now?
It is basically. We've got some kids that put in some miles in the off season, but for the most part, we're just logging miles and hopefully doing it in a way that nobody can get hurt.
Yeah.
Do it slow and don't run anybody off.
This schedule, how's it setting up for you? When's your first meet?
We start off next week, so next Thursday we've got the early bird at home. From what I hear, it's supposed to be about 100. So it'll be great.
Perfect, right?
Perfect.
Nothing like the first one of the year to get going like that. I know you have expressed in the past just how happy, and I know Chad Pedig is as well on the boys' side of things, just about your home course out there at MCC. But for those who maybe have not heard, tell me a little bit about your course out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a love-hate relationship, I think, with most people. It's challenging enough, but yet it seems like our girls always run a great time there. Towards the end of the year, we tend to get like either a district meet or a conference meet, and I think the girls are excited always to be running on our home course. Like I said, it's challenging enough, but it's not overly challenging, and I think they always run really well there.
Mm-hmm. Tia Gallegos is with us here this evening as Aubrey Tejada. I know we talked with you during basketball season as well, so welcome back to Bobcat Live. As you head into the season, what are you really focused on? How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. I have a little bit of blisters, but doing pretty good so far this season.
How do you control that kind of thing? Because, I mean, it's like running probably doesn't always help that kind of situation, right?
Band-Aids, wrapping my foot. It's a process.
Yeah, I bet. Tia, tell me a little bit about your process getting ready for the season. How's it going for you?
It's going pretty good, honestly. I try to run as hard as I can when I can, and just pushing myself is the goal.
Yeah. How do you push yourself? How do you get that extra little? Because, I mean, I'm sure it's battling that mind out there on the course.
Yeah, I love competition, so it's like, oh, let me beat this girl in front of me, and then I go and I beat her. I'm like, let me beat the next one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Aubrey, is this a good sport to get you ready for basketball season?
I would say it's a very good sport to build your endurance off of.
Yeah.
You get a lot of miles in, so you're definitely, when you're playing other sports or working out, it definitely builds your endurance a lot.
Now, during the summer, I'm sure you're trying to log some miles, right? So
Definitely.
how do you train? Do you always run do you run streets, or do you run paths, or do some cross country runners go out to tracks? How does that kind of work, or is it just kind of however you're feeling that day?
It's a mix of a lot of things. Sometimes streets, sometimes we'll run ponds. Not so much track during off season, but mostly like during season we'll run the track once in a while, but mostly streets are at MCC.
Okay. So do you both run track as well?
I do.
Okay.
Does soccer.
I don't. I do soccer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember calling your name during soccer. That's right. So, Stacy, when you look at your squad coming in this year, how are you feeling?
Actually, I'm really pleased with it. Last year we had pretty low numbers. When we had our sign-up meeting at the end of this school year last year, I was really happy to see that these girls kind of recruited on their own, and they have brought in a good group of kids that, are new to the sport, but which is fine. I think cross country is one of those sports that I think you can just kind of jump into. But we have 16 girls out, and none of them are freshmen. So no freshmen, but we have probably 9 newcomers to the sport. So a lot of soccer girls. Again, just kids that maybe, girls that aren't out for another sport right now, but just looking to kind of get in shape for either basketball or soccer or just get involved.
I know we talked to Millie, I think, last year, Millie Heitman. She's back this year as well?
Yep, she's definitely one of our returners. She's probably one that's got a lot of varsity experience for us that's returning. Anessa Morrison returns with some varsity experience, and then definitely these two. So we've got when we started the season off last year, I think we ran our first 2 meets without a varsity.
Wow.
So this year we're going to kind of start off with 4 or 5 girls, and hopefully some of our newcomers can kind of fill the void there.
When you look at the conference this year, how are you feeling?
You know, for
it's a
us,
fairly tough conference.
It
right?
is. You know, for us, I think it's just it's mainly about us and improvement. It's hard. It's a challenge for us to kind of put together an entire team at times, just because of numbers, and you know, you don't want to stick kids out there constantly and have them getting beat up on. But for us, it's just going to be improvement each meet and getting better as an individual, and hopefully that'll kind of carry over, and we'll start to see that towards the middle of the season. So.
I know, like football, for example, when you look at practices, it's like, you know, maybe Tuesday is offense, and then Wednesday is defense, and then special teams and walkthroughs on Thursday, that kind of thing. Is that similar to cross country? Do you have kind of a different theme throughout the week of different things you might be working on?
Right now, it's mainly all miles for us, but once we get that first meet under our belt, and I can get times on a lot of our newcomers and kind of see where they're at, we'll start mixing things up where, you know, Monday might be a long day, Tuesday's going to be a track workout day, Wednesday might be a recovery day. It just all depends on where that meet falls out in the week. But we mix it up. We'll go long, we'll go short, kind of change things up a little bit so we're not getting too bored.
Yeah. How do you improve on times and things like that to try to, you know, one meet it's this, and now you're improving by maybe a minute or something of that nature the next meet?
Well, once I have a specific time, like I use that as a goal, and like I try to run harder the last either 400 meters or just anything to like any increment of time to like improve on what I did last time.
How about for you, Aubrey?
Pretty much the same as her. Set a goal time for the race and go at it while I'm actually running.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like that number is like, oh boy, I don't know if we're gonna get any better than that? I'm guessing yes. You know, when you come into a new season, is it kind of reinvigorating this time of year?
It is. You know, like I said, I'm really pleased with the number that we have out. I'm really pleased with the girls that I've seen so far, and kind of just their personality. And it's a fun bunch of girls right now. So I really am looking forward to getting the season underway as far as our meets. Again, just some of these kids haven't really run in a cross-country meet. So it'll be exciting to see what they can do. Right now, I think trying to get some of them to get out of their comfort zone. And, you know, it's okay if you want to pass out at the end of the practice. That's okay. That's, you know, that's how you feel. So, and that's all right. So,
have you had anybody pass out?
No.
Okay.
Actually,
well, that's good.
I'd like to give out an award if somebody would just puke. Work them a little harder.
Yeah, that is for sure. We're out here at Wayward Social in Marshalltown visiting with Stacy O'Hare. She is the girls cross country coach. I think the other thing that I always think about too is that I've always heard. I never ran cross country myself, but I've always heard like coach just drops you off somewhere and then meet me back here. Is that how cross country works, or?
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever actually done that. I'd like to, maybe. I don't know.
No. What other sports? Soccer, basketball.
Yep.
Is that it?
Just the three.
Okay. And you mentioned track
and basketball and cross country.
Okay. Awesome. Busy, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
And school start next week. You excited?
Yeah.
That wasn't really exciting.
No. And I know you've been busy. I saw you reffing basketball games over the off season. So
yeah. So I use the cross country to get in shape for that.
Yeah, that is for sure. Anything else you want to make sure you get out there to Bobcat Nation about the upcoming season? No,
I mean we have some great home meets. Our first meet, Early Bird, you're going to see just a small taste of what we have, and then we'll come back in 2 weeks for kind of the mini state meet, which is it's an experience. If you've never been out there, you should really come out and check it out. It's pretty amazing.
What makes it special?
The 2,000 runners that come, and just that you've got probably the top 10 to 15 teams that are rated in the state. So you're going to see the best. What you're going to see at state probably at the end of the season is what you're going to see at our home meet, really.
So are there spots along the way that fans usually set up, like at the home course, that kind of thing, and parents and family? And
yeah, so like if you stand at the start, you're going to watch them start, and then we have a great, I feel like it's great for parents and people and fans because it's called the Mix Master, and you're going to watch, you can watch your daughter or son come by there 3-4 times. So you don't have to do a lot of moving yourself. You get to one spot, and then you're going to get to watch a lot.
Yeah, it's not like golf where you could probably walk the course with somebody. You're looking good. Keep it up. But I'm sure that goes a long way when you have that encouragement out there, right?
Yes, it definitely goes a long way.
Yeah, that's good. And are there water stops along the way?
There is not.
There is not. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So, what's a good time? Like, what's a solid time to complete the course in?
For us, I would say if we can get into the 21s for us. I mean, you're going to have girls that are going to run in the 18. So.
I'd be interested to know how long it'd take me.
Yeah.
It's probably 45 or something. I don't know.
Get you a gator.
Hey, thanks so much for coming out for our first fall edition of Bobcat Live. We'll see you more this season, so looking forward to it. Best of luck, ladies.
Thank you.
Yes, you are welcome. Hey, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Get upcoming game alerts and upcoming alerts to upcoming episodes of Bobcat Live. I'm Brayna Lewis for Dylan Doe, Zach Tomish, Jesse DeMeyer, a.k.a. Mick Meyer. You've been watching Bobcat Live right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.